Hi, my great learned students. How are you? I think you all are well. I'm also well. Today, we practice some questions regarding not-for-profit organization lesson. You know well how to prepare receipts and payment account in a not-for-profit organization and how to prepare income statement of not-for-profit organization. I'll give a summary for you before I do the question. Receipts and payment account means it's 100% similar to the cash book. All the received cash we record in the debit side, all the paid cash we record in the credit side, available cash balance we write in the debit side. After that, end of the week or end of the month, end of the year, we balance off the receipts and payment account and we can find the final cash balance. It is receipts and payment account. The other account maintained by not-for-profit organization is income statement. It is 100% similar to the profit and loss statement. What you record in the profit and loss statement, here we record. What you don't record in the profit and loss statement, right? What you not recorded in the profit and loss statement, here also we don't record them. What's the theory? Accrual basis. We use accrual basis whether we received or not. Annual income we record here. Whether we paid or not, annual expenses we record here. Right? So, let's move to the question. You can see the question in the slide. Following details were extracted from Chintana Readers Association for the year ended 31st December 2018. Cash balance as at 1st of January 2018, 35,000. Received donation 50,000. Selling magazines 25,000. Purchased magazines 15,000. Purchased computer 20,000. Ground rent income 25,000. Ground maintenance 10,000. Electricity 5,000. Additional informations are there. Accrued electricity 2,000. Depreciation is given 10% annually on cost of computer. Prepare income statement. Now, we'll move to the format now. Format. There are two columns. Yeah. On the top of the income statement, you write what? Chintana Readers. Chintana Readers. Chintana Readers Association. Chintana Readers Association. Yeah. Chintana Readers Association. Chintana Readers Association. Income statement. Income statement for the year ended when? Do you remember? Year ended, yeah. 31st December 2018, right? You write name, the account what you draw and time period. These things you have to consider, right? Then on the top, we write income. Down we write what? Expenses, right? Down we can write expenses. Now you go to the question. First, we have to do the additional information first. Accrued electricity 2,000. Accrued means to be paid. Have to pay. I taught you at the beginning. I revise you at the beginning. When we draw the income statement, we consider accrual basis. Whether you paid or not, we consider the total expense. Whether you received or not, we consider the total income. Then, even though you have paid, not you, the Chintana readers has paid electricity as 5,000, that they have to pay more 2,000. Why? They have given us accrued electricity 2,000. Then you plus 2,000 here, right? You plus 2,000 here. Why? Even though you have paid 5,000, you have to pay more 2,000. Then total electricity for the year is 7,000. You write in the income statement 7,000, right? Under the expense, you write electricity. Electricity. How much? 7,000. Okay. Now you move to the second additional information. Depreciation is given 10% annually. Depreciation is given 10% annually on cost of computer. Yeah. To calculate depreciation, every time we consider the cost of the property. Here you find the cost of the computer. How much? Can you say? You see the question. Hurry up. How much computer? You can't see. Huh? Computer. How much? 20,000. Purchased computer 20,000, right? Then 20,000 into 10% annual cost, annual depreciation. Then I can do the calculation above the question, because but the value is 2,000, but I just 20,000 into 10%. How much? 2,000. Value is how much? 2,000. This is the annual depreciation for computer. Where you write this 2,000? Expense, right? Then you write computer depreciation. Computer depreciation. Computer depreciation. How much? 2,000. Now additional information is finished, right? Now you move to the other details, right? Cash balance. Do you take cash balance? All the assets do you take here? No, you never enter assets. But depreciation of the non-current assets, we can put it here. But cash balance, you never bring to prepare income statement. Received donation 50,000. Received donation 50,000. Received donation 50,000. Donation 50,000. Then what's the other one? Selling magazines. Selling magazines. Magazines. Selling magazines 25,000. Both are income, right? Now, what's the next one? See, purchased magazines, how much? Purchased magazines 15,000. Purchased magazines, purchased magazines 15,000. This is an expense. The next one, see, ground rent income 25,000, ground maintenance 10,000. Ground rent income 25,000. Ground rent income. How much? 25,000. I want to check ground maintenance, how much? Ground maintenance 10,000. Ground maintenance 10,000. See, are there any other details? See, quickly see. Look at the question. Yeah, electricity we have done, then question, all the details we have entered. So then you get the total of the income. How much? 50 and 50, how much? 100,000. Right, total income 100,000. Then you get the total of the expense. How much? 25 plus 9. How much? 34, no? Is it 34? 34,000 is the expense. Then above you can see what? Total income. Down you can see total expense. Then say how much the surplus? 66,000. Yeah. 66,000 is the surplus, right? Then if you want, you can expand these columns, right? Like this, right? 66,000. In front of the 66,000, you write surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund. To the accumulated fund. Right? Then this is the answer. Right, okay. Now we move to the next activity. Then, so we move to the next slide. Now, following details were extracted from the Funeral Association of Nivana for the year ended 31st December 2020. These details are provided. Funeral Association of Nivana, the year ending 31st December 2020. We see the details. Cash balance as at 1st of January 2020, 50,000. Membership fees received 70,000. Carnival income 80,000. Carnival expense 75,000. Water bill 10,000. Electricity 15,000. Voucher's salary 25,000. Purchase furniture 50,000. Paid donation 12,000. Advertising 15,000. Insurance 10,000. Okay. Then additional information. Number of members 100. Annual membership fees 800. Prepaid electricity 1,500. Accrued water bill 2,000. Prepare income statement for the year ended 31st December 2018. Right. They expect income statement. Then you know well, in the last question also we practice how to prepare income statement. Here we consider accrual basis. You know, first of all we do additional information detail. Then we read one time the question. If you need, you can read second time also if you can't understand, right? So first we draw the income statement. There are two columns. You know well, on the top of the income statement you must write name of the organization, time period, and the account what we draw. So here Nivana Funeral Association, Nivana Funeral Association income statement for the year ended 31st December 2020. Yeah, you put rupee value like the previous one. Also you put rupee value, but generally we try to understand how to question first. Right, on the top, income statement, income. Down, income statement, where what we write? Expenses. Expenses. Okay, now we move to the question. Number of members 100, annual membership fee is 800. Now if you know the number of members and membership fees, you must consider those details to calculate annual membership fees. Then 100 members are there, annual membership fees per one person, like per head 800, then 800 into 100, 800 into 100, it is the annual membership fees, right? Then you write annual membership fees. How much? Annual membership fees, membership fees, $80,000, right? 80,000. Next, prepaid electricity 1,500. If it is accrued, you have to add, but prepaid you have to subtract. Prepaid you have to subtract 1,500. Electricity, how much the value given? Electricity given 15,000, right? 15,000 minus 1,500, then how much? Right? 15,000 minus 1,500, how much? 15,000 minus 1,500, right? Now 15,000 electricity given 15,000, then prepaid how much? 1,500, then you minus it here. Every time prepaid expense you have to subtract, right? Then correct electricity is annual electricity 13,500, then it's an expense. Electricity, $13,500. Okay, now you move to the other additional information. It's the last one. Accrued water bill. Yeah, accrued water bill 2,000. Then accrued expense you have to add 2,000. See the water bill how much? Water bill 10,000, right? Water bill 10,000, accrued 2,000. Then how much? 12,000, right? 12,000. Here plus 2,000, 12,000. Then water bill 12,000. Water bill 12,000. Next, all additional information is finished. Now we move to the details to the question. You know well, cash balance is not taken here, only income and expense, right? Membership fees we already taken because they have provided us number of members and membership fees per head. So we use that detail to calculate annual membership fees. Then carnival income 80,000, carnival expense 75,000. Carnival income. Carnival income 80,000. Carnival expense how much? 75,000. Okay. Now next, water bill already taken, electricity already taken, voucher salary 25,000. Voucher salary 25,000. Voucher salary. 25,000. Next, purchase salary 25,000. Next, purchase furniture. Yeah, purchase furniture. Do you take it here? Purchase furniture, acquisition of non-current asset. You never take them to prepare income statement, right? So, if they have provided enough details to calculate depreciation, you can consider them. But just purchasing of non-current assets, you never take to the income statement. Then purchase furniture 50,000 we don't take. Paid donation 12,000, advertising 15,000. Paid donation 12. Donation 15,000, it's advertising. You see the question, advertising, right? Right, next one. Yeah, advertising 15,000. Last one is insurance. 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 I want to change the color because red selected by mistake. So go to the red, blue color, right? Okay, insurance. Insurance 10,000, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think finish now. Yeah, check it again. Insurance 10,000. No, not. Yeah, insurance 10,000. Now, that's enough. You can recheck the details are correct or wrong. Yeah, correct. Yeah, now you get the total here. 80,000 and 80,000. How much? How much? It's 160,000. Now you get the total of the expense. Okay, then how much? See the total 100,000, 125,000, 137, and 147, 149. Now, how much the total? Total comes like this: 162,500. Put in the brackets. How much the total above? But it's 160,000. It's 160,000. Right? Now you think it's yeah, expenses is more than your income. 2,500. It's a loss. We call for the deficit. Right? Deficit. Then deficit transferred to the accumulated fund. Deficit transferred to the accumulated fund. Transferred to the accumulated fund. Remember, deficit is loss, right? Yeah, income is less than expense, so it is deficit. Now this question also finished. Now we move to the next question. Following details were extracted from the Science Society for the year ended 31st December 2020. No additional information here. Using the income and using the given expense, just you calculate surplus or deficit. It's very easy than before the previous questions, right? Membership fees 75,000, received donation 10,000, paid water bill 10,000, paid electricity 20,000, ground maintaining 5,000, exhibitions income 20,000, exhibitions expense 10,000. Prepare income statement, right? Then you just draw the format. Why no additional information? First you write on the top what? Name of the organization, Science Society. Yeah, Science Society. Income statement. For the year ended 31st December. Do you remember the year? Yeah, 2020. 2020. We use dollars or rupees? Still rupees, huh? Right. Now, income. Income. Down expense. Down expense. Now you pick the details and put to the relevant places, right? Okay. Received donation. Received membership fees 75,000. Membership fees 75,000. Then received donation 10,000. Donation 10,000. Water bill 10,000. Electricity 20,000. Electricity 20,000. Yeah. Ground maintaining 5,000. You can write ground maintenance, same thing, right? 5,000. What's the another one? The other one? Exhibition income 20,000. It's an income, right? Exhibition income. See the value 20,000. Yeah, 20,000. What's the last one? See, exhibition expense 10,000. Now finish, no additional information, then you get the total, right? Here 75,000 plus 10,000 plus 2,000, how much? 105,000. 105,000 is your total income. Down you can see the expenses, how much? 45,000. You write here 45,000 within brackets. Now you can see the total, how much? 60,000. 60,000. Check is correct or wrong. Right, in front of the 60,000, you know the words what we have to write here. What? Same word, what? Surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund. Accumulated fund. Right. Okay, now let's move to the next question. This is your textbook activity. If you have the textbook now, you can turn it now, right? Your textbook activity 5, right? Here we have to do some calculations, right? We practice it now. Sesat Sports Society has 120 members for the year they have given, right? The annual membership fees per member is 350. 15 members have not paid their subscription fees as at the end of the year, right? These are the details. What are the details? They have given number of members 120, annual membership fees per member 350. 15 members have not paid their subscription fees as at the ended, right? Now calculate the subscription fees received for the year. How much is the accrued membership fees for the year? Calculate subscription fee for the year, right? The first one, calculate the subscription fee received for the year. Now we can do like this. How many members are in the society? 120 members. 120 members. Okay. But how many members not paid their membership fees? 15 members. Right? 15 members, they didn't pay their payments for this year. Then how many members they have paid their payments? 120 minus 15, then how much? How many people? 105 members already paid their payments. Membership fees is how much? Annual membership fees 350. 350. Right? How much the membership fees received by cash? Now how much the answer? How much? 36,750. 36,750. It is the amount already received, right? Answer for the first one is this. This is the answer for the first one. How much is the accrued membership fee for the year? Accrued membership fees. How do you calculate? Accrued means to be received. 15 into 350. 15 into 350. Then 15 members are there. They didn't pay their 350 amount. Then how much? 15 into 350, the answer is 5,250. Right? It is the amount to be received by the members, from the members, right? Now calculate the subscription fee for the year. You can use two methods here. You can add these two, and if not, 120 members into 350 membership fees per head, then the same answer you can take, right? Then see, 120 into 350, how much the answer? It is, yeah, you can get the total here. If not, you can 120 into 350, the answer is 42,000. This is the answer for the third one. Understood or not? I'll explain it again. Sesat Sports Society has 120 members. Annual membership fees per member is 350. 15 members have not paid their subscription fees, right? The first question asks, calculate subscription fee received for the year. Then 120 members are there, but the 15 out of them, they didn't pay their payment. So 105 into 350, 36,750. Right? Now, the second one, how much is the accrued membership fees? Accrued means to be received. Why? There are 15 members, they didn't pay their payment. Then 15 members into 350 is the membership fees per head. Then the answer is 5,250. It is the amount to be received. Right? Next one. Finally, they ask calculate the subscription fee, membership fees for the year. Right? Then received amount 36,750. 36,750. Right? To be received 5,250. Yes. The final answer, you can add these two. If not, 120 members into 350. This is the final answer, 42,000. Right? Okay. Now, let's move to the next slide. This is activity 6 in your textbook. Quickly turn your activity 6 and read well. Are you ready? Yes. Chintana Readers Club has 30 members. The annual membership fees per member is 300. The treasurer of the club has presented a summary of receipts and payment account as at 31st December 20, any year you think, right? Then receipts and payment accounts is given. Bank balance 1,500, membership fees received 12,000, building rent 9,370, sales of magazines 5,600. These are the money received. We record in the debit side. The credit side, all the expenses done by cash, telephone expense, building rent, refreshment expenses 2,200, equipment maintenance 3,500. Equipment maintenance, right? This is not the equipment purchase. Purchase of equipment, not that. It is equipment maintenance. Stationaries, transport expenses, printing expenses. Finally, they have given us a clause in cash balance. Now, we go to the additional information. Building rent payable. Payable means accrued expense. We have to add to the relevant expense. 400 rupees. Building rent received in advance. Rent received in advance. Received in advance. Receipts in advance. You have to minus it from that. The club has equipment amount to 8,000 which need to be depreciated 5%. Yeah. We have to calculate it. Then prepaid printing expense 600. Yeah, you have to minus it from the relevant expense. Prepare income statement of Chintana Readers Club for the year ended 31st December 20. Right. Now, we can calculate the some details what we can take to the income statement using the additional informations. Okay. Now, building rent payable how much? 400. 400 rupees. Now you go to the building rent payable means expense. No? Building rent how much? 1600. Building rent 1600. You have to pay more how much? 400. Then what you do? Payable means accrued. Then you have to add to this building rent 1600 plus 400. How much? 2000. Then down you can do these calculations. Rent expense 1600 plus how much? 400. How much? 2000. Now the next one. Building rent received in advance 200. Received in advance. Think about prepaid expense. Prepaid expense we already paid more money. If your telephone bill is 10,000, you paid 12,000. How much additional money you paid? 2,000. Right? Like that, you convert this into income. You have to receive your total income to be received. Like all the income for the year is you think 20,000, but you receive 25,000. But how much the annual income for the year? 25,000 or 20,000? 20,000. Right? So here building rent received in advance 200. Now you go to the building rent income. How much? Building rent income. Building rent income 9,370. No space to do this some calculations here. So we can write it down. Building rent 9,370. Here rent income, right? $9,370. Check it is correct or wrong. Building rent received in advance, you have to minus it. 200. Then 9,170 is your building rent income for the year. We take only these details, right? That's why we calculate first. It's very easy. Now the next one. The club has equipment amount in 8,000 which need to be depreciated 5%, annually. Then remember, this is not regarding this, right? This is equipment available, but this is equipment maintenance. Equipment maintenance is an expense. Equipment maintenance is an expense. We can directly write as an expense, but here down they have given equipment amount. Then 8,000 into 5%. Equipment depre. Equipment depreciation. 8,000 into 5%. How much? 400. It's an expense. What is this? Equipment depreciation. Next one. Prepaid printing expense. Prepaid printing expense 600. You see the printing expense how much? Printing expense 6,100. 6,100 printing expense. 6,100. But 600 rupees out of this is prepaid. Then how much? 5,500 printing expense. Right? Now, we finish all the additional information details, but we have to consider one detail here. It's about what? The annual membership fees per member is 300. How many members are there? 30 members. Then if you know the number of members and membership fees per head, then you consider every time those details to calculate annual membership fees, right? Then 30 into 300. Membership fees 30 into 300. Membership fees 30 into 300. How much? 9,000. Yeah, this is the way. Now, we can draw income statement. We have done all the calculations. Now you draw income statement format. Remember, now we are doing textbook activities, right? On the top you write name of the organization. What's the name of the organization? You can see it's given in the question. Chintana Readers, right? Chintana Readers. We have to change the color. Chintana Readers. Income statement. For the year ended December 20, but they have not given proper year, so you can put 2 crosses. Okay. Now on the top what we write? Income. Down we write what? Expense. Expense. Now already calculated the additional information details, then it's very easy to put them to the income statements. Now you go to the calculations first. What is the first one? Yeah, first one is rent expense. How much? 2,000. Rent expense 2,000. Next, what's the second one? Rent income 9,170. Next, equipment depreciation 400. Equipment depreciation 400. Then printing expense 5500. $5,500. Next, membership fees 9,000. It's an income. $9,000. Okay, now we finish all the additional information detail. Then you go to the question and you can pick the details and you put to the relevant places, right? You must remember the things what we have taken before, we don't take again, right? Okay, do you take bank balance? No. Membership fees 12,000. Do you take it now? No. Why? I have instructed to you, if they have given number of members and membership fees per head, don't think about other details, you consider only that detail. So they have given us 30 members and one member should pay 300 rupees as annual membership fees, then 300 into 30, 9,000 we done, right? Then building rent, do you take? No, we have taken it. Sales of magazines 5,600. $5,600. Okay. Then next, that side finished. Now go to the other side. Telephone expenses. We didn't do, no. So telephone expenses how much? 1,200. Next, building rent we have done. Refreshment 2,200. Refreshment 2,200. Refreshment 2,200. Equipment maintenance 3,500. Now the next one, stationery is 350. Stationery is 350. $350. Now next, transport 1,200. Transport 1,200. Okay, now we get the total. Total income you take now. How much? Here 70. 7. 23. Now you go to the expenses. Here 50. 16,350. Check it again. Yeah. Correct. Now, these are the total expense. Then you see the value, how much the surplus or deficit. Above you can see how much. 23,770. Down you can see 16,350. You can do calculation separately. Down you can see 350, 16, 350, then 0, 2, 7. 7,420 is the answer, right? You can write it here. Say it's what? Surplus or deficit? Surplus. Surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund. Surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund, right? Transferred to the accumulated fund. Accumulated fund. Now, next one. Activity 7. Are you ready? Yes. Now, this is a textbook activity 7. The treasurer of Lesavana Women Organization has presented you a summary of cash transactions related to the year ended 31st December. Any year you can put, right? You remember they have provided us some details, but they didn't give us receipts and payments details, right? Receipts and payment account. They have provided us receipts and payment details, not the receipts and payment account, right? They have given mixed details, received money, paid money, and this everything they give mix, right? Then they required receipts and payment account and income statement both in this question. Receipts and payment and income statement both they requested from us. Okay. Now, read the question well. Cash balance 1st of January 30,000. Subscriptions received 75,000. Building rent 30,000. Telephone charges 7,500. Purchase of equipments 25,000. Labor cost 2,800. Purchase of magazines 600. Sales of magazines 400. Purchase of furniture 7,500. Refreshments expenses 2,000. Receipts from well-wishers 23,000. Transportation cost 1,200. Additional informations. Number of members are 400. Membership fees per member is 200. Then remember, I have taught you, even though they have given received membership fees, and also if they have given number of members and membership fees per head, you consider number of members into membership fees per head. That answer you consider, it is the annual membership fees income, right? Now, telephone charges 600, refreshments expenses 1,500 have to be paid. Accrued expense, right? Rent payment includes 5,000 paid for the next year. Rent payment include 5,000 rupees paid for the next year. It's prepaid expense. We have to subtract from the relevant expense. The book value of non-current assets as at 31st December 20 in year is as follows. Equipment 24,500, furniture 7,125. Remember this. Sometime in some questions they will provide to calculate depreciation on the relevant asset 10% annually on cost. Then 10% or 5% or any other percentage, you calculate it and you can write as depreciations. You can write as depreciation under the relevant expense. But the problem is sometime they will give book value of the non-current assets. Book value of the non-current asset. Book value. Book value. Book value means after subtracting the depreciation, the final answer is book value. What's the difference between cost and book value? It is the depreciation. Then here 24,500 equipment balance was given at the end of the year, but equipment is given in the question 25,000. At the beginning they had 25,000, but the end they had only 24,500. Difference is depreciation. And this one, furniture, at the beginning they had 7,500, but at the end 7,125. The difference is depreciation. You must remember that. That's only they expect what? Receipts and payment and income statement both. I think it's better to draw both at once, right? You draw now receipts and payment, you know it well because we have done before. Before the income statement, we practice receipts and payment account. Then you draw receipts and payment account and income statement both at once, right? Okay. Right. Here I use blue color to draw receipts and payment account and also to draw income statement. Then here this is receipts and payment. Then down I draw income statement. I choose the same color. But this is very special question. Why? They required both receipts and payment account and income statement both at once. Okay. Now here you write on the top Leah 7, a woman organization, right? Leah 7, a woman organization. Receipts and payment account. Receipts and payment account for the year ended for the year ended 31st December 20, not given the real year, so you can put any year, right? Then what is this column? This is date column. Date column. Description. Cash or value, right? Cash or value. Date. Description. Cash. Then here you write Liaison Women Organization. Liaison Women Organization. Income statement. For the year ended. For the year ended 31st December 20 any year, right? You put rupee value because we used rupee here, rupee, right? Okay, now we go to the first additional information, you know well. After doing the additional information, we pick the details from the question and we put to the relevant places, and then we can solve, right? Okay, now first one, number of members are 400, membership fees per member is 200. 400 into 200, right? 400 into 200, then how much? How much? 400 into 200. Membership fees 400 into 200. How much? 80,000. It is the amount total annual income. Total annual membership fees income. Total annual membership fees income, right? Okay. But in the question, they have given us how much? Subscription fees received 75,000. Remember, we received by cash 75,000. But we have recorded as annual membership fees income 80,000. Why? I taught you in the last two questions also. When they give the number of members and membership fees income, you into that one. Into that one. Number of members into membership fees per head, the total answer you put under the income category. But you must remember, you check how much received by cash, that amount you put in the receipts and payment, right? Then in the receipts and payment account you put what? 75,000, right? 75,000 membership fees. 75,000. Now 75,000 membership fees. Yeah, I put it, but I gave space here. Why? Remember, if they have given cash balance, we have to enter the cash balance on the top, right? That's why I keep this space. Now, yeah. Now, see the cash balance how much? 30,000. Cash balance 30,000, right? You put it cash balance. Cash balance. How much? I think 30,000. Check it again. Yeah. Yeah, 30,000. 30,000. 30,000. Do you write cash balance in the income statement? No. We record only the annual income and annual expenses, right? Now, next one. Next one. Next one. Telephone charges 600, refreshments expenses 1,500 have to be paid. Have to be paid. Have to be paid. We have to pay. Accrued expense, right? It goes we have to connect with the relevant expense. We have to add these two to the related expense, right? Take one by one. Telephone charges 600. Telephone charges 600. It is the amount to be paid. See how much the telephone charges, 7,500. 7,500. But we have to pay more, 600. Then how much? 8,100. 8,100. Yeah, 8,100. Telephone charges. $8,100. Right, okay. But you remember, 8,100 include payable telephone bills and already paid telephone bills, right? But in the receipts and payment, we enter only the already paid telephone expenses. You can see it in the question. Then it is 7,500. You write in the receipts and payment, right? Telephone charges. Charges 7,500. Now it's finished. There's another one. It is refreshment expense, 1,500. Now you see how much the refreshment expenses. 2,000, right? You can write it first here. Anyway, right? Refreshments expense 2,000. But you remember you have to pay more, 1,500. Then you add these two, it is 3,500, right? 3,500 you put here. Remember this, everyone do with me, right? Then, okay. Next one. Now we finish the second one also. First one finish, second one finish, first one finish, second one finish. Now the third one. The rent payment includes 5,000 rupees for the next year, paid for the next year. Rent payment. See the rent payment how much? Rent payment. Rent payment. Right? Building rent 30,000. Yes. Building rent 30,000. 30,000. But 5,000 out of this is relevant to the next year. We already paid 30,000. We can record this 30,000 in the receipts and payment account, no issue. But the problem is this. 5,000 out of this is for the next year. Then how much related building rent expense for this year? 30,000 subtract 5,000, how much? 25,000. 25,000. It goes to the income statement, right? Rent payment. But before you go there, we can write it here. Rent expense 30,000. We have done it by cash, so we put into the credit side. But here means income statement, you write only the 25,000. 25,000. Why? Building rent. Why we put 25,000? Because 5,000 is for the next year. 30,000 minus 5,000, 25,000. We put it here. Now the next one. Next one. The book value of non-current assets as at 31st December 20, the same year, is as follows, right? Then book value, I taught you at the beginning, difference between the book value and cost is the depreciation. Then you find the difference. In the question, equipment is given 25,000. Equipment is given 25,000, right? Equipment 25,000. Furniture given 7,500. But now they say what? Now what they tell? But at the end, available balances are 24,500, 7,125. This is 7,125. This is 24,500. How much the difference? This is 500. It is the depreciation. This is 375. That one also depreciation. This is furniture depre. This is equipment depre. These two we record in the depreciations are recorded in the income statement only, right? Then equipment depre. Equipment depre. Depreciation, right? 500 rupees. Here 375. What is this? It is furniture depre. Furniture depre. Right? Now, I think you can write down these calculations. Quickly write down. Quickly write down. Why? I am going to erase now. That's why. Okay. Now, we can move to the next one. But before we go to the next one, we have to do one more thing. What is this? We have recorded still only depreciation. But we have to do both here, no? Receipts and payment and income statement, both. But in the receipts and payment, we have to write all the money paid, all the money received. Here, the question is provided us, they purchase equipment, no? Equipment. Purchase equipment. They have given equipment, right? They have given equipment for us. To acquire that equipment, they have spent 25,000 first. Furniture. For the furniture, how much? 7,500. They have given money. So, we write them in the receipts and payment account. The other one is equipment. Understood or not? Check it. Every time depreciations are recorded in the income statement, when you give money, this everything we record in the receipts and payment. Now, we go to the next additional information. Are there any additional informations? No. It's finished, right? Now, we move to the question. Then, cash balance already done. Subscription received we have done. Building rent we have done. Telephone charges done. Purchase of equipment 25,000 done. Labor cost 2,800. You have to write them both places. Both places, income statement and receipts and payment account, right? Then labor cost 2,800. Labor cost 2,800. You have to write it under the expense also. Labor cost 2,800. Next one, purchase of magazines 600. Purchase of magazine 600. 600. Sales of magazines 400. 400. Okay, these two we have to record in the income statement also. Sales of magazines. $400. Purchase of magazines 600. Expense, right? Now you move to the next expense or income. Yeah, purchase of furniture we have done, refreshment done, receipts from well-wishers 23,000 income, right? Receipts from well-wishers. From well-wishers, remember this is an income, right? This is an income, well-wishers. 23,000. Now next one, last one, I think it's transport expense. Yeah, 1,200. 1,200. Okay, it goes to the income statement also. 1,200. Transport. Yes, now we can do the final calculations now, right? You know, first you get to the cash account means receipts and payment, right? You get the total of this. Right, now you get the total 30 plus 75, 105,000, 125,000, 128,400, 128,400. Same balance you put to the credit side, 128,400. Right, then from this one you have to subtract about details. When you subtract this everything, I do a magic now. Yeah, check it's correct or wrong. You do calculations, right? I just think and put, so you do calculation. Sometime I may wrong, right? Check it again, right? Balance carried down. Here we write balance brought forward. The difference is 101,300. Understood or not? Do quickly, right? Okay. Now we move to the income statement, right? Income statement. Then you have to get the total of this, right? Then 80,000 plus 23,000, 103,000, 103,400. Check it is correct or wrong? Yeah, correct. Now you get the expenses details. You get the expenses details. These are the expenses, right? Now you have to get the total of this side, right? You have to get the total. Then the total expenses is this 42,075, right? These are the total expenses, right? Above you can see the total income. How much? 103,400. Then you find the difference. Definitely you can receive what? Surplus, because income is more, right? Now you can do this calculation in a paper, separate paper, or in front of the same question. How? You get the total now. 103,400, 103,400, 103,400. Expenses 42,075. 42,075. Then you find the difference, right? 5, 2, 3, here 61,325. 61,325. 61,325. Here, in front of this, you write what? You know this now. We write here surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund. To the accumulated fund. Okay. Surplus is transferred to the accumulated fund. Okay. Now we have done what? Receipts and payment and income statement both at once. Right. Okay. Now today you have learned how to prepare income statement including textbook activities. Then income statement is statement prepared by not-for-profit organizations to calculate surplus or deficit. Receipts and payment 100% similar to the cash book, the same way, but we have applied for the cash book. The same method we apply for the receipts and payment. In the next video, we'll meet with new questions, and today I'm going to finish. Stay at home. Bye. Take care.